Welcome to Woke Britain, where Islam is at the top of the league and Christianity is in the relegation zone. A Muslim Ipswich player refused to wear the rainbow armband to show support for the radical LGBTQ plus pressure group Stonewall's campaign. The Premier League, the FA, etc., they won't punish him. Today, it's emerged that Manchester United player Noussair Mazraoui, also a Muslim, refused to wear a rainbow-coloured jacket for the warm-up of their game against Everton. What did the entire Manchester United squad do? They all refused to wear it to show solidarity with him. Well, I'm a Manchester United fan. You know, I'm not trying to dig the squad out unnecessarily here, but the fact is they picked Islam over the LGBTQ plus community. Well, why? Because the worst thing you can do in British society is offend Islam. But it's a bit odd, because just a couple of years ago, Manchester United's former director of communications was making a big song and dance about how much the club supports LGBTQ.
I think we as a club have a proud history of diversity and inclusion, of promoting that, actively promoting it. We're a club open to all nationalities, all creeds, and of course all sexual identities.
What happens when you have to pick though, mate? Sky Sports News reported the story, but they didn't name the religion, Islam.
What about the rainbow armband controversy? Because that's been going on as well. You've got a development on that, haven't you, today?
Yeah, there have been some developments today regarding Manchester United. Now, it's emerged that Manchester United dropped plans for their players before Sunday's game against Everton to come out on the pitch wearing a special Adidas jacket in support of the LGBTQ plus community.
Okay.
Now, the reason they dropped plans to wear those jackets is because one player said he didn't want to wear the jacket.
Why not? Why not? So, Islam is at the top of the table, isn't it? But I wondered what comes next in Britain's woke league table. Is it Black Lives Matter or is it LGBTQ? Well, it's LGBTQ over Black Lives Matter, I'm afraid. How do we know this? Well, we've got a perfect example. Crystal Palace and England defender Mark Gay, a black man, actually wore the rainbow armband twice, but wrote something on it that might offend some members of the LGBTQ community. So we'll take the knee. Yay, Black Lives Matter. Not that black guy, because he doesn't have the correct views about LGBT, does he? No, but the Muslim players, who also don't have the right views, they're fine. But this also revealed what's bottom of the league table in the woke league, and it's Christianity, isn't it? What was it that Mark Gay wrote on that rainbow armband? He wrote, "I love Jesus," and then he wrote, "Jesus loves you," during the next fixture. The FA clamped down on him. They said there can be no religious statements during games. Well, look, I would politely argue that the Muslim players were making a religious statement by refusing to take part. That was about their religion, wasn't it? They face no action whatsoever. Mark Gay's father, a Christian church minister, is absolutely spot on when he says, Jesus loved everyone, therefore by saying I love Jesus on his armband, I really don't see what is offensive and what the problem is. The country is a Christian country. If you look at what the LGBT community are doing, they are trying to impose on others what they believe in. It's belief against belief. But at the end of the day, everyone has a right to an opinion. Look, this for me isn't really a football story. It's a revelation about our entire society. Do not offend Islam at all costs. You must wear the rainbow stuff, otherwise you're a homophobe. Take the knee unless you're a racist, despite Black Lives Matter publishing a Marxist political manifesto. And if you're Christian, with the traditional Christian beliefs, well, frankly, you should probably just shut up and have a very merry winterval.
Using the internet without a VPN is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. We want to help protect you. This video's sponsor, Private Internet Access, is the VPN to help keep you safe. Now, you might be asking, what is a VPN? Well, a virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and safeguards your internet connection through an encrypted tunnel. This way, it shields your digital life from the eyes of those that are looking to exploit your private information. Whenever you connect to the internet on a public Wi-Fi network, such as at airports, coffee shops, friends' houses, or even in your own home, your data is at risk of being stolen. Hackers that are connected to the same Wi-Fi network have the ability to steal your personal data with ease. T-Mobile reached a settlement this year with the US Federal Communications Commission after they suffered data breaches in 2021, 22 and 23. In 2023 alone, over 37 million customers' data was exposed. And it's not just hackers to be concerned about. Information can be censored. When Canada passed their C-18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news content that you love. Private internet access is available for all platforms: Windows, macOS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one private internet access subscription to protect an unlimited number of devices at the same time. Plus, we've got a huge GBNews discount. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get 83% off PIA. That is under £2 a month, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free. There's also a 30-day money-back guarantee. So head to piavpn.com/GBNews to start protecting yourself digitally today.
Let's get the thoughts of my panel this evening. We've got the Director of Popular Conservatives, Mark Littlewood. We've got landlord and activist Adam Brooks, and we've also got journalist and broadcaster Nina Mishkov. Is this right now, Mark? Do you think Islam is top of the woke league table?
It probably is, actually, Patrick. I mean, it's a bit difficult, you know, what can cancel, you know, can A cancel B, but can B also cancel A? Look, I'd say this about football. I think you're right, this is a wider cultural story than just football. But football needs to get out of all of this altogether. There shouldn't be a hierarchy of religions and political positions. It should avoid controversy at all costs. Football is controversial enough already without taking a particular stance on which religion you agree with or disagree with, or whether you support the Stonewall campaign or not. Now, I know sometimes that gets to people saying, well, is the poppy a religious or a political symbol? I mean, I think it's okay to use symbols which are completely universal, you know, singing the national anthem, having the St George's Cross or the Union flag. But anything that looks like it can be divisive, the best policy for football is total silence. Otherwise, you do this Stonewall jacket and somebody complains about it. So they should get out of the whole lot.
You force it on people. You do force it on people, and then when someone goes, well, I'm sorry, I just don't want to take a part of that, then you try and vilify them for it.
Yeah, look, let me just clarify something you said there. The poppy is in remembrance to people that died, so we could be here today.
Sure, of course.
Gave their lives for our freedom. Your sexuality means nothing to me. I don't care if you're gay, straight, if you go with women, men, trans people, all three. I don't care. I go to football to watch football. I don't want to see rainbow laces and rainbow armbands. That does nothing for the LGBTQ and a million letters community. If anything, the small amount of homophobes and angry people in this, it makes them worse. Look, I've got 3 kids. The statistical probability is one of my kids could end up being gay. I would support my kids throughout. I would even be even more protective. Very few people in this country attack anyone because of their sexuality. This whole me, look, I'm wearing a rainbow thing. All these, look, I go Tottenham, I'm a season ticket. I have to look across the stands to me, a progress flag, the rainbow flag with all the different bits. Now, for me, that's offensive. For me, that indicates or supports
it's a political symbol.
The targeting of children. You know, I don't want to see it.
Many people would agree.
I think we need to get this out of football because people just want to see their favourite players play football.
Nina, is this not actually, just to make it a bit more about wider society as well, you know, when you've got the woke brigade who seem to be, you know, very happy, pro-Palestine, this, you can't be, everything's Islamophobic, all of that stuff. But then you actually look at what that means a lot of the time, and there are vast swathes of the Muslim community who are absolutely dead against the LGBTQ plus community. And now, lo and behold, it's playing out. It just happens to be playing out on a football pitch.
Well, can I just, you said it's not about football, but you started with football, so can I just say, I have zero interest in football. I've watched 2 football matches in my life. One was the World Cup final in 1966.
You're not old enough.
Of course I am. And
that's the last time we won.
Exactly. So I never watched another. And then was it the Euro finals when we came second or something? I watched that.
Spain.
Boring.
Okay.
Anyway, so I care nothing for football.
Right.
Having said that, I also feel that religion is one of the most divisive factors in society and causes so many problems around the world today, and has done and will continue to do so. So religion should be kept out of sport.
Can I ask you, why is it all right for a Muslim player to say that he doesn't want to be part of the LGBTQ law, but when a Christian player does, he gets vilified?
No, the Christian player did not get vilified. He was not. No, he did not. He was not officially criticised. I read it.
The bloke wasn't criticised at all.
No, well, never mind. He wasn't criticised. The thing is, I read up about it today. I said I care nothing. The FA has a strict rule: no religious insignia at all, none whatsoever. And so when he said, "I love Jesus" or "Jesus loves you," that is signifying, that is actually making a religious statement. Now that goes against the FA rules. So he's not been criticised, but it was pointed out to him that he was in contravention of the rules.
I mean, the problem here is, I think you can take the rainbow armband as a political symbol.
Yes.
So I rather support the FA's view of no politics, no religion. There are probably some exceptions in the margin. I mean, Catholic players sometimes cross themselves as they walk onto the pitch. I don't think you should get a yellow card for that.
Can you imagine?
But in terms of big claims about God or politics, get rid of all of them. That means no, I love Jesus. It means no, I love Allah, and it means no, I love LGBT+.
But can you imagine? Look. You can go after someone like Mark Gay, who's the son of a Christian minister, I think he is, who's obviously got what you might class as, I imagine, relatively fundamentalist traditional Christian views, okay, in a Christian country. So it's all right to single out. Whereas if you see one of these one of the Muslim players that's doing it, apparently all the players will just show solidarity with you, and you pick Manchester United, who I am a fan of, by the way. The players there picked showing solidarity with him over showing solidarity with Rainbow Laces.
Online, I criticise the Church of England a hell of a lot. I criticise Justin Welby. I go in on the Church of England for facilitating the abuse of children over the last few years. But I'm never called Christianophobic. I'm never attacked online for attacking the Church of England. But if I dare criticise Sadiq Khan or a Muslim figure or something within that religion that I think maybe I don't agree with...
Politically, on something that's got nothing to do with Islam.
I am called Islamophobic, and it's normally by woke, middle-class, white lefties on Twitter. These people are deranged, and I think it's become like a bit of a cult-like thing that you've got to align with Islam and you've got to align with LGBT, and then you are seen as the moral person in this country. Would
you agree that maybe Christianity is bottom of the woke league table, Nina?
Well, first of all, I'm so sick of hearing this word woke. You're kind of obsessed with it.
That's because you are woke, Nina.
I am not woke, and I've never claimed to be woke.
I think most of the audience would agree with me.
I am not woke. I have always had my own opinions, and they're strong opinions, and they're nothing to do with what's in fashion or what's not in fashion. Right. I've always been absolutely down the line with that. And I forgot what was your question.
Do you think Christianity is at the bottom of the well, I don't know what to call it now, league table?
You delude yourself in thinking that this is basically a religious country when 3/4 of the clergy, the C of E clergy, admit that Britain is a secular state because there are so few people that go to church these days that less than 50% of people are Christians, 7% are Muslims, by the way, and less than 50% are Christians. And so we don't kid ourselves that we're a Christian country. We're a secular country.
Fine, but we've got used to in this country criticising Christianity, even lampooning it, taking the mick out of it. And exactly the same rules and conduct should apply to all other religions without fear or favour. And it doesn't seem that it applies to Islam. We can mock Christianity, without a worry in our minds.
Yeah.
But mocking Islam, that seems to be in a different category altogether.
There's not been a single question asked, as far as I can tell. I might have missed it. OK, but there's not been a single question asked from real prominent media figures or chattering classes or wide societies about, well, hang on a minute, what does this latest rainbow laces issue maybe hint at? Does it hint at that maybe there are certain aspects of the fundamental Islamic religion that are dead against LGBTQ+?
Yes, I think we all know. Well, I think we all know that.
But then why do so many
obvious.
people... Why can't you call that out at times? If we live in this country where everyone else gets called out for that, why can't you call it out? But
there are devout Christians that are very much
literally, we're talking about
homosexuality. So we can say it about them as well.
But also, against homosexuality.
Let's remember, LGBT plus is a big business for the corporate world.
Exactly.
They're never
but also,
going to give it
football
up.
has traditionally been completely homophobic. How many gay footballers are there?
Yeah, basically
Well, more than we know.
Yeah, because they don't dare come out.
Exactly.
Because it's totally homophobic. So the LGBTQ, the rainbow thing is actually trying to redress a balance that's been wrong since time began.
Lively start. Thank you very much.